A smoky eye doesn't always have to be dark and dramatic, so I'm creating a gray smoky eye using the new Narcissus palette from NARS that's sultry and glam but still soft and natural. To start, I'm going to take my Perfecting Coconut Face Primer, just going to apply that and let that sink in really well. Next up, I'm taking my Ultra HD foundation and applying with my Beauty Blender, and I know this may look extra yellow on my skin when I first apply it, but I promise you it will adjust when I add the concealer and contour to match the rest of my body. And speaking of concealer, I'm going to go in with my forever favorite, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Ginger, and applying this under my eyes and into my forehead and around my mouth just to brighten up the center of my face. Then I'm going in with a pointy end of the Beauty Blender and just blending this all out. For my contour, I'm going to use a darker shade of my stick foundation and apply this to the hollows of my cheeks, along my temples, and a little bit into my hairline, and I'm also going to try to slim out the tip of my nose with a little bit of contour. Once again, using my trusty Beauty Blender to blend this all out, giving my face a nice contour and also adding some warmth. Next up, I'm going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder and setting my makeup pretty much everywhere I applied concealer. And now I'm applying my blush by Hourglass in Luminous Flush. This is a really pretty, soft, and glowing shade of pink. I'm just going to pat that in for a little bit of color. I want to add a bit more bronzer to this look, so I'm taking my Terracotta bronzer and applying with a fluffy powder brush all over my face for more of that warm color. And finally, I'm mixing my Betty LouManizer and Mary LouManizer to add a soft bronze highlight to this look. Moving on to the eyes, I'm using the Shadow Insurance eyeshadow primer and applying this to my lids just with my finger, making sure I get into the crease and blend up into the brow bone. And now for the exciting part. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this to launch. I'm going to be using the new NARS Narcissus palette, beginning with Cream Bisque, which is going to go into the brow bone and my crease, and this is just going to make everything else much easier to blend. Next, I'm taking Cafe au Lait, and with the same blending brush, I'm going to work this into my crease as my transition color. It's the perfect soft neutral shade to build on. And with these eyeshadow colors, I can create anything from a natural and subtle look to a super dark and dramatic look. It's just got a really nice selection of shades. Now I'm going in with Amethyst Ash. I don't know why it's hard for me to say that. And I'm going to use a smaller blending brush to start creating a contoured shape around this smoky look. I'm starting at the outer part of my crease and then working it across into the inner corner of my lids. This is actually my favorite color in the palette because it's neither purple, nor brown, nor gray. It's a really cool mix of the three. Now I'm taking black Truffle and going over pretty much the same spots, but this time I'm just intensifying the color with a little more of that darkness. And here's a trick if you have really deep set eyes. Extend that dark color down past your crease just the way I did here. It'll create the illusion of a smaller lid, which is really going to make that light shimmery color stand out. Now the entire center part of my lid is still bare, so I'm going to go in with Shimmering Taupe Cashmere and apply this directly to the center and blend it out with the darker edges. And for an even brighter pop of that highlight, I'm going to dab on Golden Starlight at the very center of my lash line. And you can see how much more of a highlight this adds to the entire look. And now I definitely want to smoke out that bottom lash line as well, so I'm taking a smudge brush and first applying Cafe au Lait all across my bottom lash line, sort of again as a transition color. And then over that, I'm going to add Amethyst Ash once again. And for that final pop of darkness, I'm going to take an even more concentrated smudge brush and apply black Truffle. Okay, this next part always makes me really nervous, but it really does complete the look. I'm going to take my 1.5mm black eyeliner and line the inner rim of my top lash line, which tickles the hell out of my eyes, so I have to take it really slowly. This is going to darken up my lash line nicely, especially since this is a no liner look. I'm also going to darken up that waterline as well. My eyes water so much when I do this, so just take your time if your eyes are also sensitive. For the lashes, I'm just going to go in and apply my Push Up Drama Falsies mascara in black, starting at the base of my lashes and really combing it through to the ends. I'm not using false lashes for this look because I really want to keep it on the softer and more natural side. But of course the brows need a little polishing, so I'm going to brush them up and just fill them in a little bit for a bolder look. Now for the lip color, I'm going to start out with a blush nude lip liner first and just contour my lips. Then I'm going to take my Motives lipstick in Kissable. It's a beautiful matte rosy nude color, but I'm going to lightly dab it on so it doesn't come off too dark. Then once I'm done applying all over, I'm going to use my finger to blot it out for an even more natural finish. And that's it for this soft gray smoky eye look. I hope you loved it. Please give the video a thumbs up and of course be sure to subscribe for more. I'll see you guys very soon.